on-the-spot reviews of the latest movies in your backyard. Hey moviegoers, this is Justin with On The Road Reviews. Joining me tonight in the back we have Super Phil.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, Phil?
Wonderful.
And riding shotgun man the camera is Kevin. How you doing, Kevin?
Okay.
So, what are we seeing tonight, fellas?
Green Lantern.
Epic.
I think he may have almost as many superpowers as you.
Yeah, he's got one multifaceted superpower.
Whereas Phil has literally fours of superpowers. Multiples of four. There could be thousands. We just know that there's groups of four.
This is where we're building on my story arc as a character. At the beginning of the episode, you have a little bit of story, and then you go on. At the end of the episode, you have more story. In case you weren't sure what's going on.
Of course.
Hey there, moviegoers. This is Josh Hurl with On-Road Reviews. First time in the captain's seat, but I'll still do my little... Ah! Sorry.
Take your hands off the wheel, Josh! God!
Sorry, I'm doing this. So, with me tonight we have Paul Wilson.
How you doing?
Now, don't hand the camera to me. Hand the camera to Paul, so he can point it at you, and you can say,
"Hey guys."
That's right. It's good now.
So who's excited about this?
I'm really hopeful. I've heard some pretty poor reviews, but Ryan Reynolds is the freaking man. And I just want to see what he does with the character. There can be a lot of humor in some of the Green Lantern stuff I've seen, and then other stuff that I've seen, because not anybody can have the ring, but there's multiple Green Lanterns, so there's some that are serious and some that are funny, and so I would kind of want to see the goofiness that they add to it, but then also I think we'll see some emotion from Ryan Reynolds.
I'm not a huge fan of Green Lantern. I just got into Green Lantern in recent years with Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. A little bit, I think they talked about him a few times in Smallville and the DC animated movies. If you haven't seen First Flight, check it out.
Yes.
It is good. I've always been a fan of Ryan Reynolds. I think he has great comedic timing. I think he will bring a lot to the character.
Okay, someone explain the premise of this story to me, because I never read the comics.
I didn't either. So Josh, it's on you.
It's on
If you
you.
mess up again, we will kill you.
alright, Green Lanterns starring Ryan Reynolds, which,
Yeah.
oh my god.
He's yummy.
Oh god. Ryan Reynolds, basically there's, Green Lanterns is kind of this intergalactic space police, and one of them crashes on Earth. Ryan Reynolds finds him, and the dude's gonna die, gives him his ring, which is the source of his power, and makes him Earth's Green Lantern. So instead of there's like, one Iron Man, one Spider-Man, one Superman, there's like a bunch of Green Lanterns just from a whole bunch of different races and different planets, and so
Quadrants.
Ryan Reynolds is ours. And
I feel safer already.
he uses his ring, which makes him have this like cool suit that like anything that he can imagine he can make out of like green light using his ring. And apparently his weakness is the color yellow.
Camera Kevin, what are your thoughts?
It's silly that the ring is weak against yellow. It's very vague. Does it mean it won't work on anything yellow? If he touches something yellow, will he lose his power or what?
I don't think he'll lose his power, but I think I really don't know why they had that power. I guess they had to give him something. I mean, that's like one of the most powerful weapons in the universe. It's only limited by the will and the imagination of its user in how you use it.
Plus yellow and blue make green, so...
Yeah.
Confusion.
I never really got into the Green Lantern comics or anything, cartoons, when I was a young boy. But I am a Ryan Reynolds fan, so I'm excited to see that. But I always thought that the Green Lantern was a serious character. I don't ever remember him cracking jokes or smiling, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do with this. But other than that, I'm going into this not knowing, other than what Josh just said,
Right.
knowing much about the Green Lantern. So
Didn't Green Lantern have some sort of a motto or a catchphrase or mantra that he would recite?
No, that'd be silly.
Isn't there some kind of saying or something?
Yeah, he's got like a motto or something like that, some kind of copyrighted, patented something.
What is it?
I don't know.
I don't know, isn't it something like, "And brightest day"?
In blackest night.
No evil shall escape my sight.
Let those who worship evil's might.
Beware my power.
Green Lantern's light.
Green Lantern's light.
I'm still Paul.
I enjoyed it. We were treated to Mark Strong.
Wait, who's Mark Strong?
Well, he was in Rock and Roller, The Back. You know what? He was in these.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
I liked it. Like I said on the way up here, as long as it didn't get cut out, I'm not a big fan of DC. I like DC Comics okay. I'm much more of a Marvel guy. That's why I didn't wear any of my comic booky t-shirts, because all I have are Marvel and I didn't want to get ganked or anything. It was good. Probably not the best superhero movie, but it wasn't a flop either. Ryan Reynolds, usually funnier. He was not bad, but he's a little, usually more zany. Like the first few minutes of it, more zany than like the rest of it. I don't know if it was like the weight of responsibility of becoming the Lantern or what happened to him, but it kind of took him down a notch. But otherwise, it was still a pretty good movie. There's a little bit of predictability in it, but it wasn't bad.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought my expectations were a little bit higher. I thought it was going to be, like Josh said about Ryan Reynolds, I expected more comedy and stuff like that. But I did enjoy it. I thought it was a pleasant surprise to have Tim Robbins and Angela Bassett in it. I didn't know those two were in it. And I liked it. It was good, but like I said, it could have been better.
I thought it was good. I mean, I didn't come into it expecting Citizen Kane. There's a lot of CGI, which usually that's a bad thing, and some of it could have been done a little better, but a lot of the jokes were in the trailer also, except for the weaponry. The weaponry was my favorite part. There's just all sorts of zany, where did he come up with that? And that's what I really liked about it, besides the jokes. I enjoyed it a lot.
In regards to the Ryan Reynolds being downplayed in this, I was actually kind of glad for that. Even though I love Ryan Reynolds, I was saying on the way here that he has great comedic timing. He is hilarious. But despite Hal Jordan being a smartass, I'm really glad that they didn't carry that over so much in the movie, because he's supposed to be, like you guys said, weighted down by the responsibility of having so much power. This is one of the most powerful weapons in the universe. And something like that would take him down a few notches. So I thought that was a natural development of his character. I enjoyed the fact that you got to see Oa, you got to see the Green Lantern Corps, some of the key members that you may or may not know from the comics. Tamari, Kilowog, the Guardians, Sinestro especially. I didn't go in expecting as much as I have for other superhero movies, but I still was pleasantly surprised.
I was pleasantly surprised. I went in not expecting it to be as good as it was, but it ultimately followed that formula I alluded to in the Thor review. But I mean, I guess that's what you get with all comic book heroes now, so. But I was pleasantly surprised. Like Justin, I'm glad actually watching it that they downplayed Ryan Reynolds' comedic side for the sake of responsibility, I guess you could say. But all in all, it was a pretty good movie.
And Paul did wear the mask through the entire film. No kidding, he did. I'm not just saying that. It happens.
It's starting to smell.
I'm sorry. I had to hide my identity.
That was Paul.
And that's another thing in the movie.
Oh, there it is.
That's another thing in the movie.
The mask hides your face so well.
That's another thing in the movie I liked was, unlike other superheroes, he wasn't like, trying really hard to hide it, and his identity was his big secret. And, most people figured it out, and they actually played some jokes on that, which were really funny. So I was interested in that aspect of it, because I was like, can they not tell who he is? I mean, because it's just a mask, really.
Phil, of all of us, you've said the least. You've got nothing else to say?
No, I got nothing.
You must talk more.
No. Really, guy?
I have another.
Green Lantern is the latest DC comic superhero that has been brought to life on the big screen. And so far, it's off to a pretty good start. We've already talked at length about Ryan Reynolds, who tones down his usual comedic movie persona to suit the character Hal Jordan fairly well. We see some comedy, yes, but there's also a weight to the character and the power he has chosen to wield. I enjoyed Mark Strong as Sinestro, Hal Jordan's part-time mentor and fellow Lantern, as well as the appearances of Kilowog, voiced by Markle Clark Duncan, and Tamar Reed, voiced by Jeffrey Rush. The villain, or rather villains in this movie, were unfortunately rather lacking in my opinion. Sure, there's a definite threat to the Earth and the Green Lantern Corps, and Parallax himself looks pretty scary. However, they didn't seem to capture the same menace that they have with other DC supervillains in the past.
Kneel before Zod, you bastard!
Don't look him in the eyes. That being said, the movie is pretty good regardless. The story is pretty basic, not many surprises thrown in, but flows well with good action and pretty awesome special effects. The film is still worth a watch, even though it didn't totally blow us away. I give Green Lantern 3 Greenlight created Gatling guns out of 5. I look forward to the eventual sequels that are sure to come. This is Justin with On The Road Reviews, and we'll see you in the... Appears Paul left his mask behind. I wonder where the ring went. Oh well, we'll see you in the movie line.
Your name? Hal Jordan. The ring chose you. Take it. Place the ring in the lantern. Speak the oath.
Speak the oath, because everybody knows the oath. I, Hal Jordan. Brightest day, blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's life.
Ch-ch-ch-ch.